All right, so real fun. I get to have some action, taking action here.
Yep.
So what do you typically do to set up your gun and air pressures and stuff prior to actually painting?
You know, that's a wide range that has 50 answers for different guns. Like I've said in the past, we use the Segola 4600. I usually run it, when you pull the trigger, I'm running about 35 to break up urethane, to atomize stuff. We just had this one piece that I had several pieces that I was doing flexibility tests that we have to do for the FAA. So I just kind of lightly scuffed this off, and you know, since you're here, I just mixed up a little bit of Tennessee red, let you lay down a little bit. You know, it'll paint vertically. It's all in the technique of painting. You know, we're just gonna lay this flat. I've sanded it pretty close, but it'll just give you an idea how it lays. You know, like you've mentioned, you've painted cars before and stuff, and it just,
now, something like this, do you do a narrow fan or a wide fan?
I usually open up the fan. A lot of times, if you do a test pattern and you pull it, when it's closed, you got the round circle, and you start opening up the fan till you've got a good elliptical. Anytime you start kind of closing it in, you're a little bit kind of not consistent. I just open the fan up. You know, a lot of times, if your gun's not real clean, you can pull the trigger and hit it. And if it's not a perfectly elliptical, if it's like a leaning, like a crescent moon or something, you've got some things stopped up. So yeah, this gun usually lays a pattern about like this. So you'll just, on the first pass, you'll see and get a feel of how it lays. Okay. I will hook up this and turn the fan on, and then you can shoot it.
I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
I'm just gonna be grunting through this. Air. I'll keep this completely level.
Yeah, just go for it. Yep.
Okay, there we go. Walk away from it?
One more time.
One more time.
Yep.
All right, so we've let this thing sit for, I don't know, approximately 15 minutes. And are we get close to finger slick?
You know, looking at this, I can see your reflection good. You know, you went just a little bit over one. You were a little bit fast, so I had you missed it one more time. A lot of people would be totally happy with that, with a super light. I bet if I cut that out, that would end up weighing in the mid to low 20 grams. But when I tell people finger slick, it's just I just glided my finger and let it touch it. That's finger slick. Because see, I can see that's really not.
Still get the paint off of it.
Yeah, see, but I can glide it and just touch it, and that's got a surface that's finger slick. So you can lay you one more. I'll go turn the fan on, lay you one more slick coat over it, and you're done.
Round two, last coat. There you go, one more. That's it. All right, so let's talk about this for a second. You showed earlier about the finger slick in between coats. It was approximately 15 minutes, but that will change depending on humidity and temperatures and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it's just like a good, quick little visual, and you want to do that obviously somewhere where you're not going to see it. This test piece doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, see, I'm gliding my whole hand across that. It's been another 15.
Well, then, as I did the second coat or the last coat on this, I went by pretty good coverage of a third and a third. But typically, like when I've painted stuff before, I like to like see it a certain way
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's glassed down, but that's actually putting too much paint down, right? You're saying
It's not really putting too much paint down, but if you think about a whole square footage of 700 square foot, and if you're weight conscious, by doing that little extra, you might have added 5 or 6 pounds to the plane. Not a big deal.
Okay.
But you know, it gets to where you just learn to start as you're painting. They've got a few paint guns I'm going to experiment with. I'm going to add it to mine, just an LED light on your gun.
Yeah.
That way you're not trying to get to a light, and you can,
But really,
as you're going. But what you're talking about is right. As you're painting, you want to see that flow.
Yeah.
And that's where you eventually, instead of doing some and say I need to go one more pass, you just get to where you see it that first time and you're putting it together and it flows. Yeah.
Gotcha. But in reality, you should be good with 2 good coats.
2 good
be able to
coats.
Walk away.
Walk away. You should be able to. Now, if it's a wing, that's doing all your hinge points ahead of time, and 2 good coats. Now, sometimes a yellow could go 3. The yellow J3 in Brian's shop earlier, that is 2 coats of Airtech yellow.
2 coats
and it's fine. Yeah.
But to me, like sometimes I'll be tempted to go back and do more and more. You just add another coat and
it's great.
another coat.
And it's great right here. What would catch you is if you was painting the vertical side, I'm gonna go one more.
Then you start getting some runs.
And then you go paint your gun and you're all excited. You come back to do that last little look at it before supper, and here's this big, not a run, a sag.
And then you just lay it on real heavy and let it drip off the bottom.
Yeah. Chase it all the way down to the bottom. Yep, that looks great. If you come over here, I pulled that light off of the actual light over there.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
it's pretty slick. I mean,
like,
I'd be happy.
Looks like glass.
I'd be happy if most of my planes turned out like that. No, you know, this was kind of a bad deal because we were spraying against this, which has got trash.
And
so
all
you can feel the trash right there.
All you did for prep on that is you stand with 320.
320.
Just a little bit of scuff beforehand and the white
Hit it with a window cleaner, and then hit it with a tack rag.
Yeah, that came out really nice.
Yep.
It's like a drum.
Yep.
We are partnering with great companies like Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, Airtech Coatings at AirtechCoatings.com, AviNation Youth Magazine at AviNationUSA.com, the Aviators Clinic at AviatorsClinic.com. Take a moment to go visit their websites at the links found below in the description of this video. And visit our website at ExperimentalAircraftChannel.com for events, our video library arranged in easy-to-find playlists on specific topics, affiliate products, aviation merchandise, and so much more.